Hello again, folks. Welcome back to the Celtic Forever podcast. We've got John here to go over Celtic 4, Livingston 2 in the quarter-final of the Scottish Cup. Comfortable enough for Celtic, but had its tricky moments as well. Let's say hello to John. How are you, John?
I'm all right. How are you, Xander?
I'm okay. Let's get into this then, John. First of all, I want to bring up the competition. The winner for these outstanding pens, John. So we've got a winner for the first pen. So the closest to the Maeda goal, the first goal, 6 minutes 21 seconds. So that was the official time of the goal, and the closest was Paul McEwen. John, his first win. He never enters the competition, but he always leaves a comment or emojis, if you like. So well done to Paul McEwen entering the competition and winning the first prize. He was the closest, so congratulations to Paul.
That's his first time entering a competition, eh?
I think it is, John. I mean, I could be wrong, but I think you said last week, enter the competitions, Paul, and he did enter, and he's won the prize. So congratulations and well done, and commiserations to everybody else that entered the competition.
Paul normally just leaves that hail, didn't he, and all that, and some emoticons. That's all he ever does, and we're always grateful to have him on obviously the chat, because we need as many comments as we can. So well done, Paul McEwen. It's good that you actually won something, mate, and you followed my advice to actually take part in the competition, and you've won the first pen. Nice pens, by the way. So well done.
Yeah, well done, and and everybody should listen to John, because it's easy to enter. You're leaving a comment, and that's how you enter. It's as simple as that. So, Paul, if you can leave John or myself your address, your full address, and the Facebook Celtic Forever page. There's two there just now, so either one, contact John or contact myself, and send a private message with your address, and we'll get that sent out to you, buddy. This week's competition, just the same. St Johnstone against Celtic at Celtic Park on Saturday. What minute and second will the first goal be scored in the St Johnstone game at Celtic Park on Saturday? 5 guesses each, everybody, as usual, to win another one of these brilliant pens, beautiful pens. So 5 guesses each, everybody. Leave your guesses in the comment section, and good luck with this week's competition. Yeah. Okay. So
can't say much more than that.
Yeah, so that's it for this week. Good luck, everybody, entering this week's competition. The winner will be announced on the post-match on Saturday night. Right, John, let's get into this Livingston game yesterday. What did you think of the game, first of all?
It was a good game, a good end-to-end game. It was a different Celtic for what I expected to see, to be honest with you. I was expecting the swashbuckling Celtic coming out with something to prove, and they kind of dominated the game, but kind of stuttered a lot as well, didn't they?
It was a strange watch, wasn't it? I never felt under any threat in the game, to be honest with you. I know some people did, but I didn't, because, we've got the quality and the talent there on the park, and I thought we were too strong for Livingston. But, right away, I noticed that Vickers wasn't playing, so, that's another injury added to the injury list. We'll get into that in a wee minute, John, but in fact, let's get into that now, because Naroki's injured now, Hatati's injured, Yang suspended, McGregor's injured, Vickers is injured, Palmer is injured. Yet again, John, the business end of the season, and these injuries are just piling up yet again.
It's amazing, isn't it? It's been the case the whole season. That's why we're in the position we're in. I think we've not had a steady, regular first 11. It's chop and change every single week, and that doesn't bode well for a team that's ambitious and wants to win the titles under. So I think right there, that's your reason for the position we find ourselves in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree, John. There's too many chopping and changing, as you say. Different team every single weekend. Injuries in every single department. In fact, has there been a player apart from Matt O'Reilly that's not been injured this season? Let me know in the comments if there is another player that's not been injured. Because you go through it, John. Taylor's been injured. Johnson's been injured. Vickers has been injured. Maybe Scales is the other one that's not been injured, but he's not played the full season. McGregor's been injured. Iwata's been injured. I need to go on. Maeda's been injured and international duty. Kyogo's been injured and international duty. Palmer's been injured. Yang's been out injured and he's been suspended. You know, it's just been constant the full season, hasn't it?
Aye, the only other one's Joe Hart, isn't it? That's but aye, you're right. It's just constant injuries. Season full of that. We've not got a regular first 11. It's as simple as that. And if you're looking to win titles, a regular first 11 is what you need.
Yeah.
And we haven't had it the whole season. So I don't know. When you look at the injuries, you could maybe say we might be fortunate to be second in the league, Xander. Or no second in the league, but we might be fortunate to be 2 points behind. I mean,
Do you know something? Do you know something, John? 100% agree with that comment. We're lucky to be only be 2 points behind with the injuries, suspensions, and international duty and everything else, John. All these, problems we've had throughout the season. We're actually quite lucky to be only 2 points behind, and we're actually sitting in a good position there.
Sitting in a very good position. It's just a case of when are these players going to stop picking up these injuries because it's constant? How many times has Vickers been out injured? That's the third time this season.
Mm-hmm.
Hatate, he's played about 3 games all season.
Yeah. And losing your captain's not going to help, is it?
Losing your captain, Alistair Johnson, of course. Our left and right backs have both been injured, long spells. Awata. I'm not going to go through the whole thing again. It's been bad this season for injuries. And I'll say it again, we're fortunate to be just 2 points behind with the selection of players we've had to play with this season. So, I saw the main players that get injured.
That's right. All top performers, top players have been out injured the whole season at different times. No wonder Brendan's looking tired and a bit bewildered. He's looking a bit tired, John, isn't he, Brendan?
Hey, it looks a wee bit tired, but he's got a lot in his mind, and he's got this hearing for his 3-match span, of course. I don't know, but he does look a wee bit rough, I suppose. But he'll push on, he's a experienced guy. He'll be fine. So hopefully by the time this international thing's finished, we're full 11 back again, which is looking that way. Carter Vickers apparently picked up he felt his hamstring tighten or something like that in training, so they kept him out of the game just in case. So what I would do is keep him out of the game against St Johnstone as well.
Yeah.
Just rest him up for the important games. Celtic should, I'm not saying they will, but they should be able to handle a team like St Johnstone.
Okay. Yeah. All right, John. Fair enough. We'll move on. Let's get to the Livingston game on Sunday. It was a half decent watch. It was, as you say, it was end to end. Right away, John, there's Alistair Johnson cleanly wins the ball. I don't know if you remember this because it was yesterday, but it's the start of the game. He cleanly wins the ball. He gives a free kick to Livingston, and that's what led them to hitting the post in the first 5 minutes, John. And it was a decent effort off the post as well, I might add. But that was all down to a free kick. It was never a free kick. Johnston cleanly wins the ball, John, and he goes for a free kick, and they hit the post out of that decision.
Aye. The Motherwell player, a couple of weeks ago, went right through Kuhn, wiped him out with 2 feet, and never got the ball and get nothing against him. Play on.
Mm-hmm.
So when you win the ball, if you're a Celtic player, you're even getting a foul against you. Clean tackle. So right away, you're suspicious of what lies ahead.
Yeah. It's a good point. So they hit the post early on, John, and then it's eventually given for offside. But if that ball was in the net, even a flag for offside. But anyway, we move on. We get our first goal within 6 minutes. Maeda, it was a Kuhn cross, actually. I thought we Kuhn played okay. It was a Kuhn cross. Maeda, for about 9 yards out, John slams it into the net, puts his 1-0 up after 6 minutes. You're thinking it's going to be easy at that point, aren't you?
Aye, you're thinking that. Aye. Maeda sporting his new hairstyle, if you can call that a hairstyle. Obviously planning growing his hair out. It's strange seeing him with hair, wasn't it?
That was funny, aye. I guess it's strange. Maybe he'll be a wee bit less aerodynamic. I don't know.
Aye, he's going to his aerodynamic because he's got a wee head. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie. Here's another lookalike for the people like lookalikes, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Maeda? I don't know if you've seen this film, Hell in the Pacific. Lee Marvin and I can't mind the Japanese guy that's in it. but he looks like Maeda. There's only
Right.
two actors. There's only two actors in the whole movie. They're
Right,
stuck
okay.
on an island. They're stuck in an island during the war, and they're at war with each other. But there's only two people on this wee island, stranded.
I'll dig it out, John. I'll put them together and let the viewers think. Leave a comment if you think it's a good lookalike. Okay, I'll dig it out, John. Moving on.
Good movie, by the way. Anybody that's not seen it, I thoroughly recommend it. It's a brilliant movie. Lee Marvin and I can't remember the Japanese guy's name, but top movie for late 1960s, I think it is, Xander.
All right, I've not seen it myself, so I'll maybe have a wee watch at that, John. Okay. They get their equaliser, John, after 12 minutes. It's basically a punt up the park. Where's the defence at this, John? Where's Welsh and Scales? It's just a punt right through the middle where the boy runs through. Half decent wee finish. Mackay, 9 yards out, John. Slams it past. Hart in goal. It was a decent finish, but where was the defence?
Aye. The first name you mentioned, Welsh, where was he? Big gap. Massive gap between him and Johnson. Welsh, I'm going to know what to going on about the boy. Especially, I don't know if one of his family's listening or something, but I'll say it again and again and again. He isn't a Celtic quality. We need better in there, Xander.
Yeah, we'll get to the player scores in a couple of minutes, John. But the boy just looked nervous again, didn't he? I don't know what's wrong with the boy just now. But it's not a confident partnership, him and Scales. It doesn't look that way anyway. Early doors, but that could improve, obviously. 22nd minute. It was another chance for Daizen. Daizen was all over the place yesterday, but he was everywhere. So there was a shot from Matt O'Reilly. It was very scrappy, this goal. Shot from Matt O'Reilly. It breaks to Maeda in the box, John. It's a header. It didn't look as though it was going in. It hits off the keeper and crawls over the line at about half a mile an hour. But it counts and puts us back in front at 2-1. Scrappy goal, that one.
I don't really care what the goals are like, Xander. As long as it crosses that line and hits the net, that's all I care about. And well done, Daizen, for being in the right place at the right time.
He was everywhere when he played brilliant at Daizen yesterday. We need that film for the last 10 games, don't we?
Absolutely. We'll get that off him.
Mm-hmm. That's what we're looking for, John. And he's playing on the left every game now, which is good to see, isn't it?
Aye. He's very effective there, Xander. I've said it all along. What's he doing playing on the right? Get Palmer dropped. Get Maeda on the right, the left. That's where he's most effective. And I've been proven right again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Absolutely, you have, and hopefully he stays there, John. Another equaliser for Livingston, John. We're at the second half now. 54th minute. Yengi. It was a nice goal, actually. He takes it round the defender. I think it was Welsh again. It might have been Scales. I'm not too sure. But it's a decent finish, John. Rattles it into the net for 2 each. At this point, you're thinking, we're not going to get our 4 or 5, 2, 6-2 or whatever. It's going to be close, this. It's going to go to the wire. But it was a decent finish and a decent shot for the boy. But where was the defence yet again?
Aye. Posted missing as usual. That partnership isn't going to work, Xander. Don't care what anybody says. Welsh and Scales doesn't work. End of. It doesn't work. You need to try something else. I know we've got players injured and it's hard to try something else. But where's Lager Bielka?
If anybody knows, leave in the comments where Lager Bielka is.
Where are they now?
He's posted missing. He's posted missing as well, isn't he? But anyway, 2 each, John. We're looking at a slog to the end of the game, and it was sort of like that because in the 57th minute, Hart has to pull off a brilliant save to keep us at 2-2. John, what a save! It was who was it? Michael Kelly, was it? That hit the shot, I think it was. But what a save anyway, John. Point blank range, keeps the ball at the net, keeps it at 2-2.
Right. Get back to the Livingston goal, by the way. I never even commented on it. That was goal of the match for me. That was a beautiful finish for that boy.
It was nice. Yeah.
But Joe Hart, yet again, another classy save. How many times has he saved our bacon this season?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, John. It's every game is happening, John. It shouldn't be happening every game. But I suppose that's what Hart is there for, and he's kept us in it yet again. Keeps it at 2-2. We should have been 3-2 down because, it took a world-class save to keep us in at a draw, if you like. So moving on, some substitutes. Obviously, we're going to make some subs. Kuhn for Forrest, Bernabei, Bernardo. Sorry, Bernabei's away, isn't he? Bernardo.
Aye.
Bernardo. I know I keep getting mixed up with him. Bernardo for Kelly, Kuhn for Kyogo. That was the 3 subs, John. Forrest, John, I thought he was finished at Celtic, John. He just appeared from nowhere, didn't he?
Aye, he did. Aye, good to see him. It's maybe like me, James Forrest. I know his best is well behind him, but he put in a performance, didn't he? He was putting in the lovely wee chips to the back post.
Yeah, he's still got something to offer there, John, I think.
Aye, well, like Brendan says, it's when you get to the end of your career, which, I mean, he's just James Forrest 32, so he's not that old.
No, he's not that old. I've seen older wingers than James Forrest, John, so he's... but he done okay when he came on. Anyway, moving on, John, 81st minute, this boy diving in the box to try and win a penalty. What can you say about that? At least it was spotted, I suppose, and he got booked for his dive, so fair enough to the referee for that. He spotted it, but this is what we're up against, isn't it? You know, blatant cheating in the box.
I was laughing at him and getting the treatment for cramp.
Aye, well, that's I know. But it was spotted, John, and thank God it was spotted, because if it had pointed to the spot, VR would probably have stood by the decision and gave the penalty. So we move on, and we finally go ahead again in the 86th minute, John. So that's what a good 25 minutes has passed at 2 each, and we finally go in front on the 86th minute. It's more or less a tap-in for me. The right time, right place again. Half decent cross from Awata, wasn't it? A nice cross for Awata, a nice wee set up for Awata, and puts the ball into the net, John. Makes it 3-2, a nice wee hat-trick for Maeda.
Aye, Celtic seem to be trying to get that kind of goal a lot, didn't they? That flashing it across the box.
Yeah.
But Maeda's took all his 3 finishes brilliant. He also missed a couple of sitters as well, right enough. But that's Daizen for you, isn't it? that's just Daizen. I believe he's actually a striker by trade anyway, Daizen.
Mm-hmm. That's it. He scored a lot of goals in the previous club playing up front, didn't he?
Aye, Japan as well. So he's a crack wee player. Maeda, I love him. He's one of my favourite players at Celtic when he shows up. I mean, and that's more often than not, fortunately for us. But he took all his finishes well. At the right place, right time, made sure they were going to hit the net. Got his first hat trick for Celtic. Fantastic.
Brilliant. Yeah, brilliant. So that puts us back in front, John. So 5 minutes injury time added. We're 3-2 up. We don't think we're going to lose it at this point, obviously. Into injury time, Maeda hits the bar. Kelly has a shot wide for about 12 yards out. Unlucky there, the both of them. But with Carter Vickers, John, and Callum missing, there's very little leadership in that team, isn't there?
It's a problem, that lack of leadership. And I'm not a fan of giving goalkeepers the captain's armbands under. I'm just not a fan of that at all. I know he's the most experienced player on the park.
Yeah.
But I'm just not a fan of goalkeepers wearing an armband. Not a fan of it at all.
No, I agree, John. There could have been somebody else out there. I could have given it to Taylor or Johnston or whoever, you know. But anyway, we'll move on, John. We'll round off the game. We get the 4th goal. Last minute of injury time. Through ball from Matt O'Reilly. Through to Kyogo, and I thought this was a decent finish, John. I thought it was a nice finish for Kyogo to make it 4-2. Slams it into the net for about 12 yards out. Past the goalkeeper. Very confident finish. Wraps up the tie and puts us into the semi-final.
That's all that matters. Beautiful finish for Kyogo. Aye, good to see him getting a wee goal. Slots that one away nice, didn't he? That's a striker's finish, that one, right across the keeper. Lovely finish. I still think the Livingston goal was a nicer one, though. I thought it was a cracking finish for that boy.
It was, a lovely finish. Plenty of goals in the game, John. Plenty of entertainment through to the semi-final. Who's your choice for the semi-final? Hearts, Aberdeen, and Rangers.
Take Sefco or Daizen. And saying that, maybe no with the fact that we haven't got a full team to play them in a semi-final. It's quite concerning, that.
We also didn't have a full team at Ibrox, John. and I think we'll have a full team back by then. Do you know? I think everybody will be back by. I don't think the games are for another 3 or 4 weeks.
Aye, well, it's a few weeks. We have McGregor back by then. Hopefully, Hatate, Carter Vickers. We're a full team. Aye, we'll take a few off of them, Xander, if we get them.
Yeah, I want them in the semi-final, John. I want to end their treble hopes. I'm greedy. I want it the now. Anyway, okay, player scores, John. This will be interesting. What are you thinking? 1 to 10. 1 to 10, sorry, player scores.
Player scores, Joe Hart, world-class save yet again. I'm giving him a 7. He let 2 goals in as well, of course. So, but he also stopped us from going behind. So 7 for Joe. Liam Scales, 6. Stephen Welsh, 2. I thought he was terrible, Xander. Sorry, anybody. Stephen Welsh fans, I thought he was terrible. I'm giving him a 2. Greg Taylor, 7. Alistair Johnson, 7. Centre of the park, Matt O'Reilly, quiet game again. I thought had wee flashes. Give him a 6. Iwata set up Maeda as well for a goal. I thought I gave him a 6 as well. Didn't have a great game, I didn't think. Bernardo, 5. Didn't think he had a great game either.
Yeah.
It's all down to lack of leadership, like he says, of course. But up front, Daizen Maeda, 8.5 for Daizen.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
Yeah, brilliant.
Ida done nothing when he was on. 5 for Ida. I'm giving Stephen Welsh a 2, but I'm giving either a 5. Doesn't make sense, that does it? But when you're getting exposed badly, that's why he's getting a 2, because I've seen it a lot all through that game.
Yeah, and Ida also did hold the ball up quite well, as he usually does. His goal scoring chances were terrible, I thought. But sorry, John, moving on you go, sorry.
So that's why I'm giving him a 5 anyway.
Yeah.
And on the right, Nicholas Kuhn, I thought he had a great game, Xander. I thought he was outstanding. I don't know if it was just because of the player he was up against, but he can run players on outside, inside. He was taken by other players, getting crosses in. A lot of his crosses weren't reaching their target, but his general play, just for his general play, I'm giving him an 8.
Okay, John, he was good, wasn't he? I enjoyed the performance for the boy. That's what we're looking for, and hopefully he can kick on for here. My scores, let's go through it. 7 for Hart, Taylor, 7, Johnston, 7.5. 2 central defenders, we have both of them a 5. Iwata in the middle, 6.5. We had Bernardo, getting mixed up again. Bernardo, 5. Matt O'Reilly, 4.5. Kuhn on the right, 7.5. Ida, 5, the same as you, John. And the man of the match for me, 9 for Maeda.
Aye, it's kind of similar scores apart from Welsh, but I thought Maeda was outstanding. I didn't give him a 9. I didn't think it was a 9 performance other than the 3 goals. And for the 3 goals, that's why I'm giving him an 8.5. But he was, like he says, he was everywhere. But I've seen him play a lot better and no score 3 goals under, you know.
Yeah, I just thought he was brilliant the full game.
He was. He's outstanding. I think 8.5's a great score from him. I thought he was outstanding. Man of the match.
Yeah, but he's your man of the match as well, John, so both is going for Maeda.
Oh, aye, Maeda's man of the match. I was thinking when I was watching it, Kuhn was playing out his skin. I was thinking through that game, he's getting man of the match after me. He's playing so well. But he gets taken off, didn't he? And then Daizen bangs in another 2 goals after that. So Daizen all day for man of the match, aye. 8.5, 9's a perfect score for him.
Okay. All right. Fair dues, John. Fair dues. So, you'll laugh at this. How do we stop the momentum of the Rangers machine? That's a quote from the BBC, John. This Rangers machine that gets another penalty for absolute nothing when they're struggling, John. You know, this I don't know if you've seen this dive for this guy Sterling in the box, and it goes to VAR and he still gives the penalty. So this machine diving in the box, 2 red cards for Hibs, John. How do we stop it?
Motherwell stopped it, didn't they?
What a machine, eh? What a machine. Thank
Aye.
you very much, SFA, for that penalty when they're struggling at nothing each. Diving in the blatant cheating and diving. And then there are 2 red cards for Hibs as well to make that wee bit smoother for them. So, yeah, BBC, the Rangers machine momentum rolls on. Anyway, what a laugh that is, isn't it?
Oh, that's amazing they didn't mention Motherwell, innit?
Exactly. Exactly. Okay.
Xander, you know my feelings on the BBC, Xander. I take nothing to do with the BBC. Nothing. I don't have a telly licence, but I don't watch the telly.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
Well, I do. I watch Celtic games, but I wouldn't pay BBC the licence fee. I wouldn't give them a penny.
Yeah. Yeah, I can understand why, John. I totally understand why, but you know, it's laughable, these comments that they're coming out with, isn't it? You know, they're just choking for Rangers to win this league. And it'll be all the sweeter, John, if we win the league this year, won't it?
Aye, of course it will. They've been bummed up something rotten, haven't they? Since that baldy manager's came in. I can't forget what's his name.
Clements.
Mm-hmm. Clement.
Jeremy, you got to add that, remember? Jeremy Clement.
I'm only kidding, by the way. I don't know anything about them because I don't watch their games anymore, and I refuse to watch anything. If it wasn't for you telling me that, I would know nothing about that game. I know you told me yesterday that they get 2 red cards against them and a penalty kick that wasn't a penalty, but that's all I know, Xander. Just what you've told me. I know nothing else. What was the score?
Do you know, I think it finished 2-0. I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments if it was. I switched it off once I saw the dive and the penalty, and we went to VAR especially, and they still gave it. You know, what a dive this is, John. You need to watch it. And he's given the penalty. I switched it off.
So how did Hibs perform? How do you think Hibs performed?
From what I saw, they were okay. They all played okay against them up until the penalty. Anyway, I don't know what happened after that, so I don't know.
All right, well, they're going to try against them in the Cup. I says that the only time they'll try against Sefco is in the Cup. They won't try in the league. They never do. Neither do Hearts. So never mind that. So I don't know what the score was, and I don't really care. Just bring it on at Hampden. We've got a full team. We'll soon see a machine in action.
Okay, John. Right, all right. Let's get into these comments then, because I want to after the comments, I want to quickly mention the winner again and this week's competition, mate. But we'll do the comments first.
All right. First up's the prize winner. He wins the pen, Paul McEwen. Yet again, the only comment he's left is Celtic, hail, hail, and hundreds of emoticons. Well, about 6.
All right. Congrats, Paul. Congratulations. Well done in winning the first Celtic Forever collectibles pen. Keep it safe because they're very, very, very expensive. Keep it safe, and you'll probably have that within the next 2 or 3 days, I would imagine. Once you send that address, you'll have it 2 days after it.
Well done, Paul, in winning your pen, by the way, and I'm glad you entered the competition. Keep entering, Paul. Just keep entering. And remember, get in touch with me on Facebook, Celtic Forever Podcast, and Xander's got one up and running. What's yours called, Xander?
Celtic Forever Podcast Group. It's actually John, it's got group in it at the end.
All right. And you'll see me in there. You can get in touch with me. Just send me your address, Paul. And well done. If you don't want the prize, let us know, because some people don't want to give their address, but it's only us. Don't worry about it. Nobody else will get your address, mate.
Yeah, exactly. Well said, John. Yeah.
Roseanne says, hope our boys have a fair and safe day's footy. What a country. And she says 2-0.
Oh, what a country indeed. Rangers, Hibs, case in point, you know.
Aye, exactly.
You just got to laugh, John, haven't you? Because, you know, when you're watching it, it just makes you laugh. It's so blatantly obvious what's happening, and it just makes you laugh. Thanks for the comment, Roseanne. Thanks, pal.
Well, I've never watched BBC, Xander. Never watched it, really. I used to watch EastEnders years ago. But the last time I listened to BBC Radio Scotland actually was the COVID season. It was making me sick listening to them. It was making me sick. So I thought, I promised myself I'm never listening to them again.
Yeah.
But
They want
and I never have.
well, as I say, it's I never listened to the BBC for that comment, John. I read it on their website. So, this juggernaut machine, there's, penalties in every single game when they're struggling, but okay, John, we'll move on with the comments, mate.
Right, so Gaddafi said Kyogo, right? Fair enough. Thanks for your comment, Gaddafi.
Yeah, thank you. Kyogo, right enough. Yeah, well said.
I don't get why somebody would even just leave that as a comment. Kyogo, right?
Kyogo, right. Maybe Kyogo left, I know.
Maybe that's what he means. Kyogo on the right. I thought he was just like making a point. Kyogo, right?
Thanks for the comment anyway, Gaddafi. Thank you.
Thanks for your comment, Gaddafi.
Yeah.
I like the ones that make me laugh, you know what I mean?
That's it.
Billy Boy says, that's Billy Boy with a H. Hope we get a good result today. We get a half decent result, Billy. I says 4-0. I was right with one number, 4-2.
Mm-hmm. I was way off 5-0. So
you were just trying to go one better, wouldn't you? I says 4. If he's saying 4, I'm going. Sure, if you'll take 4, you'll take 5.
that was the case, wasn't it? If it's going to be 4, why no 5? So anyway, I nearly got the 5 because Maeda hit the post as well, the bar as well, didn't he? So I nearly got the 5. But
do you know what it felt like to me, Xander? It felt like Celtic could have scored if they wanted.
It was one of these strange games yesterday, wasn't it? It was a sort of strange game to watch, I thought.
It was strange. Although Livingston scored 2 goals, I didn't feel in danger. I thought Celtic was scoring this game if they want. I just knew Celtic were going to win. Even if Livingston went in front, I still had that feeling.
It was a tricky tie. We said that on the preview, John. It could be tricky. It turned out that way, but comfortable enough in the end, wasn't it? Scoreline.
It was. One club since 1888 says Preston's not a Hearts man. He's a Seth Coney. Know nothing about the guy apart from I don't like him. When I used to listen to BBC, if I was out in the motor or something, I'd be listening to the commentary on it. Just that guy. That's just his voice.
No, I know what you're saying. With Preston, everything that comes out of that guy's myth is anti-Celtic. Everything that comes out of his myth is against Celtic. I don't know why. I don't know what you guys' problem is. Supposed to be a Hearts man. I don't know, but anyway.
Who is he anyway? I know nothing about the guy.
Used to play for Hearts. He's now a Radio Scotland pundit, John. But one club since 1888. Sivkovian could be right. Could be right there.
Aye, he used to play for Hearts. I've never heard him. Alan Preston. Don't even remember the name.
Aye.
At the end of the podcast, it's good to close it down. We're reading out a few of the lads' comments and the lassies in the chat.
Oh, did you say lassie there?
I did say lassie. Aye. Oh, so is that me up for a hearing?
Oh, no wonder Brendan's looking tired, man. Oh, that's nonsense in this country, man. Honest to God. Anyway, John, what else you got for this?
Sorry to all the lassies listening. Anyway. Paul McComb was up next. That is a classic, isn't it? Just sickening, actually. No me saying that. That's what they were saying about Brendan. Paul McComb is up next. Don't worry, lads. We're hanging on in there. Well, aye, with the squad we've got, I think we are hanging in there a wee bit.
Aye, we're hanging on in there, and it's a good point because that's exactly what we are doing. We're hanging on in there. We're no drifting away. That's a good thing, John. That's because is there a spell in this season still to come where we go on a brilliant run and put every team to bed, John? That's what we're all hoping for, starting against St John. Well, started yesterday, if you like, and then moving on to St Johnstone on Saturday.
We need a full team to do that, Xander. That's just the facts. We haven't got our full team, and there's nothing we can do about it until they're back. So that's that. Moving on to Paul's other point was great pod, lads. We should stop paying for VAR. Well, that's never going to happen. That's said as a tool to help Sevco this season.
Yeah. Oh, aye. As I said in the preview, we get a VAR decision when we're 3-0 up. They get a VAR decision when they're getting beat. Look at the Motherwell game. Getting beat 1-0, VAR decision, penalty, 1 each. Look at yesterday, nothing each in the cup, VAR decision, penalty. I mean, we could go on and on and on and on and on, but there's no point, John. Let's move on.
One club since 1888 said Tough game, but through. Sefco struggle, so there's a penalty for nothing and 2 reds for Hibs. SFA making sure Sefco morale remains high. Well, that's exactly what it is, isn't it? It's
No lie.
they're basically buying these wins or something. I don't know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
There's no machine there. They're utter garbage.
Yeah, utter garbage. Yeah, utter. I mean, Motherwell put them to the sword at Ibrox. You know, it's the decisions have just. It makes you wonder. It doesn't make you wonder. There's no point in going on about it anymore, John, because these decisions are going to happen between now and the end of the season. We've just got to accept it.
Aye. Anyway, try to get away from talking about that mob. Eclectic. I keep saying eclectic. Eclectic Minecraft builds said, "Is that a human Yorkshire Terrier at 37 minutes? Good pod, lads."
Oh, is this a Naismith lookalike?
Aye, Milky.
Well, I was looking for Milky, right, to put up the lookalike, and that popped up. I typed in Milky, me, myself, and Irene, and that weird thing popped up, and I said, that looks like him as well.
Was it him?
It's no Milky, no, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that thing is. Something that's anyway. Tell us in the comments what you think. Is that a dog? Is it a human? I don't know. What is it?
That's what Eclectic Minecraft says. Is that a human Yorkshire Terrier?
It looks that way, doesn't it? It does look that way. Queer. That's Milky. That's Naismith.
Naismith, aye. Exact same as Milky, isn't he? When he was younger with the white hair.
Aye.
Yeah, another quality film. Me, myself, and Irene. Give it a watch. Good film.
Yeah, good comedy. Brilliant. Jim Carrey's good.
We would never sell a club for £1. Another good regular here. And she says, time to get back on track again today, even though we have players out through injury, and now Muttley joins the injury list, and hopefully it's not serious. Muttley.
No. Well, I think he's only for a game, John. I think he's only missing the St Johnstone games, but he wasn't really getting a game for the start anyway, was he?
I would try him on the right-hand side, just see what he's like, and keep Maeda on the left-hander, because I think we look a more comfortable team when Maeda's on the left. It seems there's a lot more confidence there when Maeda's on the left. Yeah,
and more goals as well.
More goals, well, that's been proven, isn't it? Lovely hat trick yesterday for Daizen, but I would keep Palmer away for the left and try him on the right, just to see if it would work out.
Yeah. He's another option that we've not got with injury, I suppose, even though he's not started the last few games, but it's an option we don't have now, John, to bring him on. These injuries just keep piling up, but we've already went over that, John. Any more comments?
I was looking for one from Fish and Stevie. I know he left a comment and it's no there now again. So I don't know if Fish and Stevie's deleting his comments after he leaves them, but get in touch, Fish and Stevie, because it's always good to hear from you, mate. Anyway, the final comment goes to Colin Stewart. He likes winding me up for some reason. Here he goes again.
What's he saying?
Colin says, "You're the man, Xander." Hi, John. Hail, everybody. So I read that out in the style that Colin's probably meant it to sound. He's only having a laugh, of course.
He's at the wind up with you, isn't he? Good man, Colin. He's a good commenter. He's a good contributor to the channels, you say, John, and so is everybody else that leaves a comment. We do appreciate it, don't we, John?
Aye, we appreciate them all. Thanks very much, Colin. I'm only having a laugh, mate. It's always good to hear from you. And where's Michelle? How's she been commenting the last couple of videos? So Michelle, get back on with the comments. You've won 3 prizes and you've not even took part in the pen competition.
Aye. Did she know? I don't know if she maybe entered at the start. I'm not too sure.
No, she might have done actually. Aye, but knowing this podcast anyway, a lot of guys have had their guesses here, and Paul McEwen, of course, who won it.
Aye, yeah, well done to Paul. So congratulations, Paul McEwen, on winning these collectible pens. Really nice, stylish pens. So well done. We'll get that posted out to you as soon as you leave that address. This week's competition. It's just the Celtic versus St Johnstone on Saturday, the minute and the second of the first goal again. That's all we're looking for. 5 guesses, everybody, into the comment section. win yourself a fantastic wee prize there up for grabs. The frame prints will return when the strike is over. Remember, they will return. They're not gone for good. These are just a wee filler until the strike is over, and then we'll get back to the frame prints, John. We'll mix and match it as well with the pens and stuff.
Well, that's it. Isn't it? Some people like the frame prints because they can get a wee collection going, Xander, you know?
Mm-hmm.
The pens are really good prizes, by the way. Really good prizes. They're steel pens. They're no cheap plastic. They're really good. Nice, classy logo on them.
Yeah. And they're in the gift box as well, obviously.
Aye. Great prizes, Xander. Aye. I've still not got mine, by the way.
Nah. You won't get that, I promise you. I promise. It's not on its way, but you won't get it. You'll get it when I see you. I'll put it that way. Next time I see you, you'll get it.
Look, I don't want a pen, Xander. I've got hundreds of pens here.
No. It's good to be collectible, John. It's good to be memento. So take one and keep it as a wee memento for the podcast. Anyway, John, that wraps us up for the night. Next game for us is Saturday against St Johnstone, 3 o'clock, Celtic Park. We'll obviously do a wee preview for that nearer the time. But, John, it's a wee chance to go top of the league again, isn't it?
It's a wee chance to go top of the league, just for a couple of hours. Mm-hmm. Who are they playing at the weekend?
They play Dundee away on Sunday.
That might be a tricky game for them. And saying that, they've got the referees on their side, didn't they?
Yeah.
So, it'll be a tricky game. Straight one.
Yeah.
By hook or by crook, they'll get a win.
Yeah, that's true, John. But you never know. We can all take care of the games that we play, I suppose. All right, John, thanks for reading out the comments, buddy. And thanks, everybody, for leaving your comments. Remember, hit like and subscribe and share if you can, just to help the wee channel out through the wee difficult phase we're going through with this YouTube strike. That will be over pretty soon, actually. The 4th of April, I think, the strike will be over, so we'll be back to normal by then. So thanks, everybody, for tuning in, because it does help our channels, John, doesn't it?
Aye, and as I keep saying, if you're listening on a smart TV or watching on a smart TV, just go into your phone, leave a wee comment or a wee like or something like that, and subscribe to the channel. That would be very, very much appreciated. And if you don't, thanks for watching anyway. Yeah. Thanks everybody for viewing. All right, John, that wraps it up. We'll catch you midweek, buddy. See you midweek, Xander. Hail, hail. Hail, 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 buddy. Catch you later.